Hey guys, so today we're going to be looking at more relationship stories. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. My boyfriend said he doesn't want my happiness to be dependent on him. My boyfriend is really busy with work, often working 16 to 23-hour shifts. And while he could still put more effort in, he admitted that he doesn't want to be more present because it doesn't affect him much not seeing me often. Excuse me? It doesn't affect him to not see her often. He doesn't even like her that much. That's silly. He said he doesn't want my happiness to be dependent on him and asked me what would make me happy in the long run, not just relationship-wise, but in life. I told him that I want to find a job, love and be loved, build a family, and have someone to hug before going to sleep every night. That is so wholesome. Me too. I asked what he wanted, and he said he wanted this year to go well at work and buy a house later in life. I also told him that I think happiness has many facets. I'm happy with school, friends, family, and my career prospects, but I am also unhappy with how he treats me in our relationship. I had to let him go because he had to return to work, and we have a lot to discuss, such as how he views my goals, how each of us fundamentally perceives love, his parents' relationship, and his family dynamics. For now, he said, let's think about what we should do with our relationship, what will happen when I leave the country because my student visa expires, and realistic things. He said, let's not decide something right now, but think about it. What does this mean when your partner says they don't want your happiness to depend on them? What is the deep meaning and nuisance of it? Oh, she has to leave the country and then they're going to be long distance. I think he's just slowly trying to break it off, but not tell her directly. Come on, just be a man and break it off. Because it doesn't even sound like he likes her. He's like, I'm okay with not seeing you often, but you're her boyfriend. And she's your girlfriend. You're supposed to maintain your relationship, not just leave it there to rot. I texted him late at night. I told him it isn't his responsibility to make me happy. I think he wants to break up but doesn't want to hurt me, so he's trying to make me say it. We want different things. I want love and he no longer sees that in me. I'm letting him go and I wish him happiness. If he wants to see me one last time before I leave, he can reach out. He replied just now. He acknowledges it must have been difficult for me to decide to let him go and say it. He thinks it's for the best and he wishes I were happy for everything that will happen in my life. He's happy to meet me before I leave. He really acknowledged her for breaking up with him. In a way, he was thanking her for it. What kind of person says that? You know, someone breaks up with you and you're like, it must have been so hard for you to gather the courage to break up with me. Thank you. What the heck? He just wanted her to be the bad guy. That's so rude. So many of you are right. I'm obviously upset and sad. I'm crying like a lunatic. I loved him so much, and I hoped he would love me just as much. That didn't happen. I believe he liked me to some extent. Otherwise, we would not have been in a relationship. But this love story did not end like a rom-com. That's okay. I truly believe it's not because I'm unlovable, but because we didn't like each other equally. Sometimes there's just no reason for that. She's gonna be okay for sure. Okay? She's a lover girl. Alright. She'll be okay. She can find someone way better than him. If he can't provide her with the love that she wanted, somebody else will. Okay? If you can't do it, someone else will. I do agree to some extent with the things that he's said. You really shouldn't be depending on someone else for your happiness. You should really be making yourself happy and doing things that make you happy. Alright, other people, they're just an addition to your life and they're supposed to add on to your life. You should not depend on them for your happiness. You should be able to be happy by yourself. So I agree that you shouldn't depend on someone else for your happiness. But it honestly doesn't even sound like he liked her anyways. I found a weird text on my boyfriend's phone sent to his friend, and I am now not sure about taking this relationship ahead. What did the boyfriend say? I'm living with my boyfriend of 7 years and we're now planning to get married in the next couple of months. Recently, I saw a text on his phone sent to one of his female friends which says something like below. So, I think I'm actually in a relationship now. And honestly, since I'm done with the whole things eventually blow up cycle, this one might even end up going the marriage route. Everything's been moving kind of fast. Still super early, of course. But after the absolute madness and just wanting my life to change, I basically went, screw it, let's do this. I was desperate to get out of my own head, and this just felt like a nice solid option. I wanted to tell you earlier, but I was still figuring out myself. And then by the time I got back, everything was chaotic. When I saw you the other day, I realized I was just stalling. Apparently, this is harder to talk to you about than I expected. And yeah, I guess there's still some leftover unresolved stuff on my end. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't bring it up again, but seriously, don't worry, we're all clear. You're way too important to me as a friend more than anything else. So please don't be bothered. Even if you're annoyed, I'm digging up old stuff again. I just needed to be honest. All that is behind me now, or will be soon. I'm apparently still not a full adult, but I'm trying. This girl is really understanding, and it feels like something calmer and more grown up, not some dramatic, starry-eyed thing. So yeah, awkward update. Don't give me some overly polite response. I'm an idiot. I should have just told you and would have handled it in your usual disgustingly cool way, but I didn't, and now I'm irritated with myself. Did he send that after he started dating his current girlfriend, like at the beginning, to his female friend? Because what the heck? Imagine if he sent it now? For context, I know about this friend of his but never met her. I know the fact that they had a history of a couple years before I met him, but after being in a relationship with him for 7 years and us talking about marriage shit for the last 2 years, this message looks like she has no idea about us. He just sent it. It wasn't at the beginning of the relationship. He literally just sent it. I'm so freaking confused. Also, our relationship didn't start like anything what he described in his message. I thought it was something spark at first sight. He kissed me for the first time on our second meeting or so, and we hadn't even expressed our feelings for each other at that point. I had a giant crush on him at that point. It's been 7 years after that, so definitely this is not early. I also realized none of his female friends knew about me, and now because this is getting official, he's trying to make it public very gently. He just sent the message. He's literally just letting everyone know now. 7 years? How does your partner's friends not know about you after 7 years? What the frick? I still haven't met any of his female friends. Last year, I came to know that he lied to me one time and went out with a late night movie with another friend. When I came to know about it and brought it up to him, he just called her up in front of me and invited her for our wedding to prove me there's nothing going on between them. Then why would he lie? There had been issues 4 years back where he did break my trust, but we have worked on our relationship throughout those years. We have also been in a long distance relationship for 3.5 years. I'm not someone who controls his life. I have always been someone who wants him to live his own life and meet his friends. Then why has he lied to me about meeting his female friends if nothing is going on? I can't bring up such stuff without him snapping or him thinking I'm blaming him. Yes, he has been there with me emotionally and mentally and been my strength for the last 4 years and kept reassuring me. But now why to hide stuff about growing up with female friends? Whenever I bring up about calling his friends along with his female friends to whom he has lied about us to our house for dinner or whatever, he just avoids it, saying they are not that close, which I know is not true. You don't share your family and childhood pictures with those who are not close to you. This is literally bothering me, and I'm not sure how this marriage will work if he keeps lying about such things. Okay, so now we know that the text message that he sent was just recent. But why is the text message being like, I know this is so fast and it happened so fast? Brother, it's been 7 years. What do you mean it happened so fast? Hello? And why are you just telling your friends now after 7 years? Hello? And why did he have to like go through the whole context being like, yeah, it wasn't like love at first sight. She was just calm. She just brought me peace, and that's why I guess I fell for her. I guess. Like he's talking about his partner like she's a nobody. So weird. Shouldn't you be like, she's just so amazing, or he's just so amazing. I love everything about him. I love everything about her. No. He was just like, yeah, awkward update, but I guess I'm getting married with this girl. It is what it is. Nah. And that line where he was like, well, I think I'm in a relationship now after 7 years. How did this girl not feel anything about that? You know? So what about like before 7 years? What, he was single before 7 years? How come he feels like he's in a relationship now? I'd be so livid. Nah, I'd break up. Seriously, if that's how a man's gonna talk about you to his friends and you've never met any of his friends, and this is how he announces it, bye. You're not that important to him. And he still has someone else on his mind. And if that's the case, let him go. If he's still thinking about somebody else, let him go. He can go to her then. And you can find the love of your life. Why are you letting someone like this stopping you from finding the love of your life, right? But yes, definitely don't marry someone like this. Jeez. Ooh. No thank you. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.